What's up guys, welcome to John's Daily Hustle. As you guys know, I started my business last year in 2020. Well, what you guys might not know is last year I had about 3 weeks of just straight bad luck. And I mean like every day it was something was coming up. Something was breaking, the weather was sucked, or we were just constantly falling behind for some particular reason. Or maybe I wasn't even feeling good or something. But for 3 weeks straight, we went through a lot of troubles. So let's start with this one. As you guys know, I mowed a pretty large apartment complex last year. So last year, my wife Catherine would actually come out with me and help me mow to try and help speed up things and help, make things just easier on me. Especially when I mowed my large apartment complex. She really was a big help to me. Sometimes I would go a day before we were supposed to mow and I'd go weed eat the whole thing. Or sometimes I would weed eat the whole thing while she rides the mower all day and we get it done right around the same time. Well, sometimes, like I said, when I go to weed eat the day before, or if I'm just fast enough and I get it done quick enough, I'll hop on a second mower and we'll run 2 different mowers at the place and we'll knock it out even quicker. Well, one day I was going and loading up my walk behind mower, and of course it was really hard to pull back. So it ended up having a flat tire over here, and that's what was making it so hard to pull back, because I'm trying to roll it on essentially a flat tire. Now, the original tires that came on this were very dry rotted and very old. They were probably the original tires that came on this mower back in 2007 or 2008, whenever this mower was. I think it was the 2007. But anyways, they were probably the original tires that came from the manufacturer with it on it. So, I mean, they were bald, they were very dry rotted. So I'm pretty sure that's just what happened over time, is they just dry rotted out and they couldn't hold air anymore. And of course, when I went to go buy tires for the walk behind, nobody in my area had those exact size tires that were treaded anywhere. At that time, they had plenty of tires for the front casters for like a zero turn, but they did not have treaded tires for a walk behind model. I actually think I ended up finding them on Amazon, believe it or not. Of course, it took, 3 days to get here, so I was still out of this mower 3 days. So I fell behind. Since we could only use 1 mower at the apartment complex, I fell behind a week. Or I should say I fell behind a few days for that week. Then after the few days went by and I was able to actually buy the right tires for that, and they came in from Amazon, when I went to get them mounted, the people that actually mounted them, or at least I should say the little shop that actually mounted them, ended up mounting them slightly wrong. Then after I got the tires in for that mower and I got them mounted by the shop actually messed up on mounting them anyways, or at least they didn't just mount completely right, or they didn't seal right. So the very next day when we went to use this mower, the tire was flat again and it was off of the bead. So then I had to take the wheel back off and take it back to the shop and get it remounted again. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys are familiar with taking wheels off on a belt-driven walk behind, but it's a pain in the butt because you have to take a bunch of stuff off to get just the tire off itself. Anyways, after that second time of getting them mounted, then we've had no problems with it since, and that one was fine. However, our luck with tires did not stop there. That very next week, we had issues with this mower. So I get to the apartment complex and I decided I was going to break it up into 2 days of mowing, so I'm not just steady crammed in 1 full day. So I ended up starting this, and about 45 minutes in, I noticed that something was wrong and I couldn't figure out what it was. I'd go to make a turn and it just felt like my back tires were spinning, or I was sliding, or it just wasn't getting traction for some reason. Until I looked down at the front wheel and noticed this. There ended up actually being a giant gash in the front wheel. It was about that big right here, and the front wheel was flat, obviously. Of course, that kind of ended my day a little early, so I stop and I figure, okay, I'll jack the mower up, I'll take the wheel off. Surely my Exmark dealer, one of the 2 Exmark dealers that's near my house here, would have a front wheel for me. Sure enough, my luck, neither one of them had it. Both of them sold their last one the day before I came there, and they didn't get the shipment in yet of the new wheels yet. I was down this mower for a week before my tire actually came in, and then I got it mounted. I have my theories on what happened with that tire. As big of a gash as it was, I would have seen whatever it was that I ran over. Now, the apartment complex I mowed, obviously that's a pretty trashy place, so it could have happened when I ran over trash, but for the most part I picked stuff up. And as big as, like I said, the hole was in that tire, I probably would have seen whatever it is that I ran over if I ran something over, right? Of course, there's always that paranoia in my head that maybe somebody vandalized us because I had walked away from the trailer with the mower sitting on there. Maybe somebody walked over with a pocket knife and stuck it in there. The hole was just the right size in the tire. It possibly could have been a pocket knife slash. But then again, maybe I was just being paranoid with it. Maybe that didn't exactly happen. The only other conclusion I could come up with there is maybe it was because I was blasting across the sidewalks, as you guys may have seen. Every house has a sidewalk across it. Maybe I just came blasting up there too fast and, I nailed the front tire on the sidewalk and that's what blew it out. That's the only thing I could really come up with. So anyways, right after we got the new tire mounted and everything was going fine and, both of our mowers worked just fine with the tires, our luck did not stop there. We still continued to have bad luck. Like I said, for 3 weeks straight. That was just 1 week of bad luck. Next few videos you guys see will actually break down what exactly happened, what else happened. I believe the very next video you guys see, we ended up taking this mower the very next day after I got it back running on a very rough property. I should have said no to, I should have not taken this job. You guys know me last year, I was hungry, it was new, I took every job I could have possibly got. And I ended up damaging this mower pretty good, but you guys will see that in the next video. As well as coming up, you guys will see all the other stuff that happened to us in these 3 weeks straight. So over the course of these bad luck videos that you guys see, over the next couple of videos anyway, that talk about the 3 weeks of bad luck that I had last year, comment below if you can relate to any of this. Comment below if you've had tire problems, or just tell me about your bad week. Now there's several videos coming out, so you don't have to sell it all on this video. You know, you could save that comment for the next video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, or I hope I entertained you guys. And if I did, please give this video a thumbs up, because it's very hard admitting this to you guys that I had a really rough time last year for about 3 weeks straight. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.